From the vibrant Rainbow Mountains to the towering Andes to the golden desert coastline to the lush Amazon rainforest, Peru is a land of rugged beauty. However, this breathtaking landscape masks a more challenging reality. Deep within the Amazon, countless communities struggle to access basic necessities. The dense jungle and winding rivers pose significant obstacles, making medical emergencies a life-threatening ordeal. In these remote regions, time is of the essence. A swift response can mean the difference between life and death. Decades ago, Peru Projects was founded with the mission of bringing the gospel to the jungles of Peru. Their fleet of airplanes serves as a lifeline, bridging the gap between these isolated communities and critical medical care. These aircraft are more than just transportation. They're symbols of hope, carrying essential supplies, medical personnel, and most importantly, the message of God's love. As they fly over these vast, untouched landscapes, they're sowing seeds of faith, bringing spiritual healing and eternal hope to these remote communities. Through their ministry, lives are being transformed, and the love of Christ is reaching the farthest corners of the Peruvian Amazon.
Medical emergencies vary from many different cases. Just this past week, we received a call for a baby who was a month old, but for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he had some fever and his abdomen was just inflating, and he had a blockage in the intestine. Inside the communities where he was in Roaboya, it's a native community. There's no medical attention whatsoever. There's nothing that it can be done to the baby. Check. So as they called us and it was within the range that we could help, and thank God we were able to use the lake amphibious aircraft. We are going to Roaboya Mestiza. This is a community about 41 nautical miles north of Pucallpa, accessible via river. There is no runway there. So we're going to bring the mother and the baby to Pucallpa. We are taking a doctor with us from the hospital who will take care of her in the flyback and follow up the work with the baby. I'm not sure if the mother, what's the condition of the mother, but the baby is the patient at this time. Hopefully we land in the right village. I've landed in the wrong one a few times. There's that one right there. Okay, ups are down. Here is up.
Por favor, ¿alguien puede venir para agarrar el avión? Por favor.
ayuda podamos llegar con bien. Que dice al bebé, podamos estar pronto en Pucallpa. Dejamos esta vida en tus manos, en nombre de Jesús oramos. Amén.
The most flights that we do are medical evacuations, and that's because, well, of all the thousands of communities, there's always accidents, or there's always pregnant women, or there's always sicknesses and different needs. So there's different ways they can get in contact with us. Some of the communities can get in contact with us through the missionaries that we send, and the missionaries are the point of contact, and they don't have a medical post at their place, so they don't have cell phone or internet, so they either have to go to the river or look for somewhere where they can get signal, send the message, and then request our help, and then we can assist them as we evaluate the need. As we were waiting for the ambulance or motor car that would take it to the hospital, the doctor did some of the testings, and definitely he expressed he would need major attention in the hospital for the fever. There was some infection already in him. It's beautiful to see how the aircraft can become a bridge from catastrophic results of a baby potentially dying and the baby having the opportunity to live as we bring them to the hospitals. And our next day, or then 2 days after, we had another call for an elderly man who was bitten by a snake. They had in this community, which is a little bigger size, they had some of the shots that they can give them right away, but still he needed some more care.
Siéntate tú primero, dijo.
His blood wasn't coagulating, and he needed to come to the hospital for better or the complete care. Thank God that we brought the elderly man with his son and the doctor that was there, the nurse in this case, and we were able to bring them to medical attention here. This is some of the examples of the flights that we are requested from different scenarios or different emergencies.
In the 1960s, the General Conference was looking to open mission aviation organizations in different parts of the world where it was needed, and Peru was one of those places. This was actually the very first outpost that they established. It was set up in 1964. Clyde Peters was the first pilot who came down with his family, and they started an aviation mission that would grow to be Peru Projects.
The ministry has grown in the purpose that it was created for, and it's a blessing to see God behind everything.
Our main purpose is to do gospel flights. Our reason for existing is to be able to take the gospel into the jungle and to support the churches that are there. And so any opportunity that we have to be able to support those churches, we take them as much as possible with the aircraft. One of the reasons that aviation is needed here in the jungle region of Peru is because a 1-hour aircraft flight is approximately 20 hours in a boat. And that can be one of the best case scenarios, because sometimes those 20 hours you reach where you're going and then you have to take a smaller boat, which is going to go slower somewhere else to a different community. So it can vary widely there. It can be longer than that. So the aircraft really helps us in reaching and supporting the churches in this region of Peru. When Jesus went around, the Bible talks about how he was preaching, teaching, and healing. And often the way that doors are opened, how people see that you care, is that you're there for them in a physical sense. And that allows them to want you there. It allows them to want interactions. And if it's an area where there is no Adventist church, it allows us to have friendship evangelism, sharing Jesus through our lifestyle. And so I would say that the medical flights provide just a beautiful format for opening doors to allow us to go in with the gospel.
Es muy bonito ver. It's very beautiful to see how people who still do not know God can have that opportunity through the service we provide. One of the most impactful things is when we go to the communities, pray with them, teach about God, and how they transform their thoughts, how the Holy Spirit works in them, in their person, in their family, and they are very grateful for that the missionaries go to teach them about God. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth more than any amount of money or amount of time doing other things, because what really matters is winning souls so they can prepare for the coming of Christ. And one of the purposes we have here in Peru Project is to bring the gospel to the jungle. Es llevar el evangelio a la selva.
The thing that motivates my wife and myself in regards to continuing serving here at Peru Projects is the need. I think of Jesus when he says, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And there's truly such a need here, such a need for people to be going out into the communities and serving, and such a need for aviation. And so it's a beautiful thing to be able to support that need in the way that we can.
We work and we serve in a specific region in the world that have not heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yes, maybe in the past year, 60 years ago, it was preached to this community, but that people have left and moved, and there are new generations coming, and they need to know about God. As we fly over the communities in the jungle, it can be overwhelming to see the challenge, but also it is very rewarding as we fly now and we see the communities, and now we know, oh, there is Betania, oh, there is Roya, there is Belén, there is Utucuro, there is Iparia, and now we know them. And now not only we know the community, oh, there is a church right there. The church brother lives right there, and the church is here, so there's light in that community. Oh, this other community, oh, there's a little family. There's no church, but there's a family. So now we can see all these places where the gospel is coming into it and transforming communities, transforming lives. And the biggest success I can say is when we'll see it when Jesus comes, and when all these communities, there's people that lift their hands up and say, this is our God, we've been waiting for him, and he takes them with him. Then we'll see the end time success, the biggest success that we can think of, as many more people become citizens of heaven when Jesus comes.